So Kenan here with Duke, an imported German Shepherd male that is, I believe, a little under a year, given to us for training by a client. I'm just checking out here how persuasive he could be of the food that I'm presenting to him, and actually he's doing pretty good considering that the owner might not have fed from hand but out of a dish. I'm conditioning the clicker since he eats very well. I click before I present the food, and he does not hesitate to take it. So clicker conditioning is on the way. Creating some activity by tossing the food. And conditioning the clicker for changing behaviors or doing any kind of behaviors. He's not really engaged at this time. He has to learn that I am the ATM machine. Providing the reward, the payment. So I click and feed for any change of behaviors. He actually here offers me to lay down. Obviously he has had previous experience, at least in presence of the treat, to obtain it by doing a down behavior. I'm still clicking for any change of behavior that I see. And since I know he might be knowledgeable about laying down, I try to see how much knowledge he has about the behavior of laying down and obtaining reward. It appears maybe he knows a little bit about it, but he doesn't really have structure in the behavior to be done and obtain reward. Here I'm just clicking and reinforcing for a little bit of a downward motion. When you look at his shoulders and his head, I click for that. I'm not asking for a complete down yet, even though I strongly believe that the dog pretty much has an idea about how to do it. Here's what we got to work on. A little more consistent engagement, meaning that staying at the source of food and not being wandering off, not pursuing the idea. So I'm still clicking for persuasiveness, and I praise him. He takes the food very well, but he's not having the idea to milking the udder like a calf would be, staying in persuasion of obtaining reward. offering a down, and I click it and feed him out of the position, indirect reward, to maybe see if he's going to offer the behavior again. The indirect reward gives us the opportunity to reset and ask for another one of the same kind of behavior. He's not really tuned into that, so I just clicked and fed to keep on conditioning him that the click means food is coming, and take pictures of his behavior. Being worthwhile doing. So he's not very clear of the concept, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen in the next session. Persuasive of getting food out of my hand very much, and I toss some food to show him that wherever it's going to be, he can pick it up. Here I'm doing some conditioning of his name, meaning food is coming, so resulting in you hear your name, you get some food from me, so you're gonna come to me to pick it up. Here I just have my hand lowered with the treats loaded, and he is actually doing a down behavior, and I make sure he's gonna get immediately reinforced for doing so, of course, into the down position. I introduce a free command by saying the word free for release and toss the food that he follows at this point. Disengaging, which is all up to him. If he wants to disengage, there's no reward. I make sure of that. And as soon as he engages again, I make sure he realizes that's very rewarding by feeding him. Again, I call his name and he gets fed, which means we're going to make a connection between your name being called, come and pick up your food. I'm just holding the food. Now I'm trying to put it downwards to kind of not lure him, but show him where it's at in order to induce a downward motion on his part, and he does it, understanding the downward reward positioning is successful if he